In this video, I'm going to do a live work session as I update my Path of the Freelancer landing pages and my shopping cart pages. You'll get to step into the behind the scenes of my content creation here in this episode. We're going to dive into Path of the Freelancer. I've got a website dedicated to this book, and I'm making some improvements and adjustments so I can help more people get this book and get more people to flourish as freelancers. The steps I'm taking in this video to help promote this book, as well as some other related content, is part of my journey towards earning $100,000 per year as a content creator. So this is my goal. I set this out earlier this year. Last year, I made around $1,800 or $1,700 in my content creation. This is separate from my freelancing business itself. My goal is to earn $100,000 just from the content creation side of things. And so this year, I'm actually already over the $2,000 mark. So I'm excited to be able to make that much progress in half a year, more progress than I made all of last year. So I'm moving in the right direction, assuming I can continue to make that progress throughout the rest of the year. So we're going to dive into some landing pages that I'm going to update, my shopping cart, update some things that I'm doing there. I'll share with you the tools that I'm using. I'm going to work through things and I'll share with you what I'm doing and why I'm doing the things I'm doing. As you seek to sell your own digital products, you'll learn some things that will help you improve what you're doing and help you sell more things. Ultimately, we're in this together. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. You're trying to figure it out. So if we share things with each other, we'll figure it out a little bit faster and have a little bit more success on the journey. Before I jump into this project, for those of you that are interested in Path of the Freelancer, it's an actionable guide to flourishing in freelancing. It's 8 achievements. It's a blueprint. I have earned 6 figures every year as a freelancer working part-time. I use the rest of my time to create content like this. Write books, podcast, make YouTube videos. So I have a lot of time flexibility and I have a lot of financial flexibility. And it's all because of this blueprint that I've got here in this book. And so if you're interested in freelancing, or if you are a freelancer and you want to figure out how to be more successful as a freelancer, check out my book, Path of the Freelancer. You can grab a copy on Amazon.com. You can also go to pathofthefreelancer.com. And as you'll see today, what are the other options and resources you can explore to help you flourish as a freelancer. Let's go ahead and jump into the website. This is the homepage of my website. So it's what if you earned a 5 or 6 figure income every year, all while only working part-time? How would that change your life? That's my new message. So before, my message was freelancing is difficult. Are you ready for this rewarding challenge? I've decided to reposition the book more towards the type of success I've had as a freelancer and just painting a picture of that vision. Path of the Freelancer, it's a blueprint and an invitation to step into the world of freelancing as a freelancer. I actually want to make a tweak to this. I'm going to go into the back end. I use a CMS system called Joomla. I love Joomla. I work with clients, many clients. Some use WordPress, some use Joomla. And by far, Joomla is a better content management system. So if you are interested in setting up a website and you're thinking about WordPress, seriously consider Joomla because I do believe it's a superior system. If you actually go to the Path of the Freelancer website and go to resources, one of the most popular blogs is why freelancers should be flocking to Joomla from WordPress and Drupal. So you can check that out. A lot of it has to do with how the system is designed. And from my own experience, a lot of it has to do with having more control over your website, easier to use, easier to navigate. We're going to jump into the administrative panel here, and you can see here, this is the back end. And I also use a system called Utheme. Utheme is the page builder and the templates, and they have templates for both Joomla and WordPress. So if you're like what you see here, you can check out utheme.com. It's incredible and I love it. Let's jump into the back end. I'm going to go to pages and then I'm going to go to the builder. We've got this text here, and this is what I want to change. So Path of the Freelancer is a blueprint and invitation to step into the world of flourishing as a freelancer. So I want to make a small tweak to that. I want to change it to an invitation first, is an invitation, blueprint, and guide to step into the world of flourishing as a freelancer. If you click more, it goes to my paths page. There are 3 paths that I've identified, really 3 audiences for my book. So there are those that are not freelancers. 25% of people want to freelance, but are not. So I want to speak to them because I think the book is a really great resource for them to check out freelancing and go, is this for me or not? And it's better to figure that out just reading a book than it is to try freelancing and realize it's not a fit for you. I had a marketing agency for about 7 years called Noodlehead Marketing. And I realized that a marketing agency was not for me, but it took me 7 years to figure that out. And I'm actually better as a solopreneur, as a freelancer, because that gives me the financial upside that you get from entrepreneurship. It also gives me the time flexibility to then work part-time, and that allows me to create content, do side projects. So if you're like me, freelancing might be a good path for you. Check out the book if you're interested in exploring that further. So I got these 3 audiences: not a freelancer, I'm a freelancer and it's not going well. And then third is I'm a freelancer, it's going all right. This is for the person that they want the 6-figure income and they want to work part-time for some purpose. Maybe it's just to spend more time with family. Maybe it's to do more side projects. Maybe it's for some other purpose that they want to take it to the next level. And so the book is an opportunity for them to do that. And then for the middle group, it's not going well. They've entered freelancing hell. They have clients that aren't paying them. Things aren't going well. Freelancing is not what they hoped it would be. They'd like to change that. They'd like to keep doing it instead of abandoning it. So I've got these 3 audiences and I have this middle one. I'm going to click on this because this page is the most developed. Now I do want to move some things around. So you can see what if over the last decade you generated 1.4 million as a freelancer. I need to update that because I'm going to change it to 1.5. which is the amount of income I've earned since I started freelancing in 2014. What if over the last decade you generated 1.5 million as a freelancer, 6 figures each year? What if this year you only worked 4 hours? I want to move this section a little bit down where I talk about freelance hell and what that looks like. And then I talk about freelance heaven. The past page, you've got not a freelancer and I'm freelancing. So these 2 on the side, I do have pages for them, but they're very basic. It's just the text. And I got this sidebar. And so I want to restructure it like that other one where it's centered and it is more impactful and bold. So I've got a coaching package, which includes 3 60-minute coaching sessions, a copy of the book, copy of access to one of the courses on how to get clients as a freelancer, and then some other downloadables, and then just the book in the course. And then you can also just get the book directly, or if you want to buy it on Amazon, if you want a physical copy. The other thing I need to do is in my shopping cart, if someone purchases all 3 of these, I need to add some pieces to the shopping cart delivery mechanism. And also I need to update the shopping cart as a promotional page because it's missing some elements. What we're going to do in this video is updating these landing pages, and you get to tag along as I go through those. The most important thing is my shopping cart. And the reason is because if I sell these things, I need to make sure that the delivery is all working as I want it to and that people can get the product they purchased. Then I can focus more on better promoting it. So I've got a few kinks in the process that I need to iron out. The system that I use is called Payhip. And Payhip, if you're looking for a system to sell your products, the reason I picked this is actually their pricing model. What they do is it's $0 a month, and then you pay a 5% transaction fee for all your sales. And then at any point when you get to enough sales, you can actually shift away from the transaction fee. So when you get to the plus model, you can do $29 a month, and then you pay a 2% transaction fee. And then when you get to a certain number, you can actually just go to $99 per month as a flat fee. So I actually love this model because it allows new creators like myself who don't have a lot of sales from their products to sign up for their system and grow with it. I'm happy to give a transaction fee, but one of the downsides about a transaction fee is if I'm making like a ton of money, then I'm continuing to pay that transaction fee. So I like that I can switch over to a flat monthly fee for $99 a month once I start driving a volume of sales. So that's why I like Payhip. I'll include a link in the description below. I am a user and I'm also an affiliate. So if you do sign up, I get a kickback for that, and that helps me continue to create content like this. And it helps you get started without having to pay any upfront fee as you build your business. I'm going to log in. I've got my products in here, and I've got the ebook. That one is all set. So if someone buys the ebook, I've got all the pieces in place. So that one's good to go. I also have the course. So if they just bought the course, but I'm actually not promoting that as a standalone item, I'm doing the bundle here. So the course and the book together for $20. That's something I'll be experimenting with. Do I sell the course by itself? Do I sell the book by itself? What I might try is I make this right one, the course only, and then I'll just put the book down here. So right now I got a link to the Amazon if you want to buy the physical copy, but I might have an option to buy just the book. And then I might make just the how to get clients as a freelancer course in there. We'll see what happens. But right now I need to make sure that this digital course and book piece is in place. I've got the course, I actually just copied the course, but I need to create a module for the book. I've gone ahead and created a section, a lesson for the book files here. I'm gonna grab my files from my other product. I've got the graphics, the infographics that are contained inside the book. You can download those. I've also got the MOBI file and the EPUB, and then also the PDF. People can then read the book in the way that their system allows and gives them a lot of flexibility. And then the graphics is a zip file that they can download. Then go ahead and hit save. Access the path of the Freelancer book files below. I'm going to put my email in here. If you have any questions, comments, or need help, please feel free to send me an email at jason@jasonscottmontoya.com. That way, if there is anything I've missed or any issues, you can just reach out to me and I'll be happy to address those issues. And I'm going to turn on discussion for all these so people can post comments, questions. These are all the videos for the course. All right, so now they are set. So you can see here, these are the things that are included. So I've got all of these now are in that Payhip item. The only thing that's missing is the submit one question for a video response. I'm going to create a lesson that'll be specifically for that. Submit your question for a video response. I will make this enable discussion. That way they can simply post it. That way, if I just keep it in the Payhip system, that'll make it easier for me to manage. Submit your one freelancing question above by submitting it under the comments tab, and I will record a video. So they can just plug in their comments there. Here they can download all their files. Awesome. And then they can also go through their course. So there's video 1, video 2, video 3, and so on and so forth. I'm going to add a new section I'll call bonus resources. And I've actually got some things I can put in here. I'm going to start with one thing, which is how I started my freelancing journey. I have a video where I talk about my first year of freelancing and earning over $70,000 that first year. I'm going to grab that video, $72,000 my first 9 months freelancing, and then I'm going to embed the video. People can buy the book. You can buy the digital course in the book, and they'll get the delivery through the Payhip system. I also need to work on is this coaching package, which is $600. Right now, I have this as a price anchoring item. So I don't actually have it as a Payhip item. So I just have a thing that says contact me. I'm going to leave that there because really what I want to do is use it as a way to drive people to buy these other two things. I don't want to push the coaching a whole lot right now. I'm okay with it having a little bit more friction and making these two less frictiony. And that actually is all I need to do to make sure that the fulfillment piece is in place. Now I can work on these landing pages to get them how I want them. So let's go ahead and work on the landing page for the freelancer that it's not going well. Welcome to freelancing hell. So I'm going to do a new section up here and then move this down. Freelancing hell, and then there is hope. Now, if you're ready to leave, what if? Let's put it right down here. So let's move this section up here. I'm floating through hell and back. That's the quote I found from a song from Alan Walker that I thought was relevant. For many independent creatives, freelancing can quickly turn into a hellish landscape, the opposite of what lured you into the vocational path. When you look back at the last several years, you realize you've been living paycheck to paycheck as a freelancer. You're afraid to look at your bank account out of fear of seeing no money at all. Some of your clients are horrible in how they treat you and how slow they are to pay you, if they pay you at all. You work every day and all the time. There is hope. Now that you're ready to leave this disappointing reality and achieve the freelancing life you always imagined, when you started the journey, you're in the right place to move from freelancing survivalism to freelancing flourishing. I've acknowledged their pain and the problem. Now, what if over the last decade you generated 1.5 million as a freelancer, 6 figures each year? What if this year you only work 4 hours per day for only 19 days each month? How would that much time and money have changed your life? How would you feel? How would your life be different? What would you have been able to do? I need to move this picture up here. I want to make it a bit bigger because see how this heaven picture is bigger here. And so let's go ahead and move this up here and we'll put the image here. And by the way, if you need pictures, I got this picture from Unsplash. So they just have a lot of great pictures and they have this one on the Cayman Islands. Welcome to hell, which is perfect for this page. Now we enter into freelance heaven. So I think I actually want to move this up here. What if, all right, your path to freelance heaven. I've got a testimonial here. I've read Path of the Freelancer in its entirety and recommend it to anybody who's looking to start freelancing in any field, and also those who already are freelancers. Jason is extremely perceptive and filled with valuable insights that he regularly pours into others in an effort to help them. The book is his attempt to do that for those he'd otherwise not be able to help. So your way forward, if you're a freelancer who wants to focus on the creative and technical work you do best and not running the business that enables it. I need to tweak that wording a little bit. If you're a freelancer who wants to focus on the creative and technical work you do best and not on running the business that enables it, the freelancer is your way forward. I want to give you the business blueprint so you don't have to think about that piece. You can just do it. So in a simple framework, I've laid out the business steps required to flourish as a freelancer so you can earn the annual income you get from having a traditional job, all while working part-time. or work full-time and earn twice as much instead. That's a possibility. And that's one of the things I do is when I want to earn more income, I can work more of my freelancing hours. So from freelancing hell to flourishing as a freelancer. In 2007, so I talk about my transition. Freelancing can be overwhelmingly difficult, but it doesn't have to be. Stop trying to tread water, choose the voyage. And so we've got testimonials here. This is a freelancer that it's not going well. So as a freelancer, Path to Freedom must read. It's a brilliant piece of work I glean from and recommend to all my colleagues. It'll be my go-to guide for years to come. It's the right balance of personal experience and solid business. Now we go from the testimonials to the call to action. Then pick one of these. This is something I'm going to continue to hone in on and change. So this should be good for now. So I'm going to jump to the other pages. Not a freelancer. I need to copy the template for the one in Utheme. You can save templates. So I'm going to go ahead and just save this. We're going to go to not a freelancer. I'd like to learn more. I'm going to copy all of my content here. So we're going to change the picture out, but let's do the text first. Interested in freelancing. Want to understand what you're getting into. And I'll get rid of this quote. Oop. So I'm going to do another headline underneath it, a subheadline, and I will make that smaller. Want to understand what you're getting into. So you're interested in freelancing. And then I do have a heaven piece. So this one's a little different. So arriving at freelancing heaven, avoiding freelancing hell. So I do actually need the picture for that later. So let's move this up here. Arriving at freelance heaven. And I'm probably going to center those, but I'll wait to do that for now. Interested in freelancing. Want to understand what you're getting into. So you're interested in freelancing. Da, 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 da. Arriving at freelancing heaven. Now I can do this section. Let's move this down. I need to shrink that width. Got my content put in there. Now I can rework the layout design. I got some almonds, some pistachios, some edamames, some wheat thins. Good to go. My own version of my own trail mix. Want to understand what you're getting into. So you're interested in freelancing. Before people choose to freelance, they should have the most accurate picture of the freelance reality before starting the journey. Simply put, you should know that you should know what you're getting yourself into before you begin. And to start your journey, that exploration should include understanding your potential upside. So I'm gonna actually move this what if up here. What if over the last decade you generated 1.5 million as a freelancer, 6 figures each year? What if this year you only work 4 hours a day for only 19 days a month? How would that much time and money have changed your life? As a freelancer, I earn 6 figures every year and only have to work 4 hours a day. That's my story. It didn't happen overnight, but if you stick with it, it's your future potential. I'm tweaking the wording a little bit here. Since I have more work than I have time to do, I have the option of working more hours to earn more income, or I have the option to simply charge more for my time to earn more, which is what I've been doing since I started. And speaking of time, I only work 19 half days every month. That means if I wanted to, I could work 9 to 10 days each month full time and then just take the rest of the month off. What could you do with that time? What trips could you take? What could you do with your family? What about pursuing your passion projects and hobbies? I'll leave it to you to figure out where to spend your newfound time. My job is to help you build a system to enjoy the benefits. That'll help you transition while avoiding the downsides. Speaking of downsides, imagine having a trip planned to Disney with your family and you can't go because you need the money just to survive. Imagine having a good year only to discover you spent all your tax money. Now you have to find a way to pay Uncle Sam without the repo man coming for your car. If you are wanting a file structure, a folder and file structure just to make your life easier to work and spend less time searching for files, create a folder, call it clients, put a folder for each of your clients, and then inside of it, put the date, 2025, and then inside of that, put the month. In the case of July, 07. And then when you have a new month, just create a new folder for those files, and all of a sudden you've got a system that allows you to find what you're looking for and is automatically archiving all the content all the files and stuff that you're downloading. So I got an article about that if you want to check it out. I'll put the link to that in the description. Let's put this blueprint in here. All right, so we got our picture there. Like any endeavor worth doing, there are rewards and risks. I'm here to help you maximize your rewards while minimizing your risks. This is where Path of Freelancing helps you assess the freelancing journey. Then I got my testimonials, and then I got my 3 options. So we are now set. This is the blueprint for increase. This one's a pretty simple page. 2 headlines and 2 sections. My first year of freelancing was chaotic, but it was mostly working out. I made $75 per hour. I got my page. So now I'm kind of at the bare minimum, the MVP, minimal viable product, where I can promote these pages a little bit. People can buy the product they're looking for, and everything works. It can get better. I will make it better, but it does the job. And so I'm going to start using this. I do need to create a page for the book itself, as well as the different products, create similar landing pages just for the product, as opposed to for the audience, which is what these are. I started with the audience because I just think that it's going to be more effective. I'm going to drive people to these pages at the start. and then we'll go from there. I've got some courses on here, and I'll need to build those out. The 8 achievements page, I need to do some more work on this, but I got the pages all set up. I just need to work on each of them. And I've done a video that I'm going to put in here that'll be published to YouTube as well, so you can check that out if you're interested. We've got a lot of resources. I've got tons of things in my plan to storm the internet with Path of the Freelancer. But these 3 path pages, getting landing pages and the cart pages set up, that was the big thing to start promoting it. So that's going to be it for this work session. Tell me what you think, if this was helpful, if it gave you any ideas. Should I do more of these, or should I just keep my work sessions to myself? I'm Jason Scott Montoya, and I'll see you on the next video.